Okay guys, we're back inside of Helldivers 2 and there's loads to go over today. We are now back from Romania, which means the live streams are going to start commencing again from today, so make sure you stay tuned for that post update. Nonetheless, we have got a new patch update for 01.002.005, which is a load of changes for your faces, as well as some, we'll call them stealth changes that have already been made in previous updates with regards to the PlayStation 5 Pro that nobody knew had actually happened, although the Baskonator's got some news for us on that one, and a new strategic advisory, which is taking a look into Gambit. So now we've actually got things in game that are benefiting your faces, and one weapon sort that we need to come into the midst because, well, I'm actually surprised that it hasn't already. Nonetheless, we've got a lot to go over, so if you haven't already, make sure you're smashing that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. And make sure you check out our sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and consoles, the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts. It's an absolute no-brainer, so click the link in the description and get involved, get your games a little cheaper today. With that being said, let's see what it is that's happening inside of the game right now, because we've got new patch notes to go over. This one right here is for patch 01.002.005. Now, this is quite an underwhelming one, although quite a helpful one at the same time. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, but we got to take things in with a pinch of salt and look at it as a basis of at least they're fixing something. Hopefully, as we get closer towards the year anniversary coming in early February, we'll hopefully get some big changes coming to the game, and hopefully some new modes in play alongside the storyline. But for now, this is exactly what we have got. Crash fixes and soft locks. Fixed a crash caused by Illuminate ships despawning, and they also fixed some potential crashes when the player quits the game. So quite small ones indeed, although we do have some bigger ones for the miscellaneous fixes, where they fixed an issue with jitter when aiming through scopes. Now this one is a huge one for me personally. I stopped ADSing, I stopped aiming down sight completely, because it was just so difficult to play with the amount of jitter that was there when you turned and moved. But now they have thankfully fixed that one, so that is a very, very big change that we definitely needed. They also have a fix applied to reduce random disconnections in Illuminate missions, which again was probably one of the biggest things that people were saying when they wanted to jump into the Illuminate and they weren't actually able to statically stay inside of it. We had loads of disconnection problems, and that's been happening since late December, since the Illuminate had actually arrived. So that is probably the most positive thing to take away from this for those of you guys who weren't able to access it beforehand. And they fixed an issue with the STA X3 Wasp. Now the Wasp launcher's targeting not working properly when using one owned by another player. Now that is a very small detail and quite a niche problem indeed, but now that shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. Now quite a small patch update, although it is about 500 to 600 meg. It was kind of a little bit odd. I expected a lot more, and we'll be keeping an eye on what people are saying, as I guarantee that people are going to be finding things in the back end files. It's quite a big file update for such a small fix, so we fully expect some more stuff in there that we've not been told about. And why do we think that? Well, apparently there was a small upgrade for the PlayStation 5 Pro that we didn't even know had happened. So people were asking left, right and centre when the changes were going to come in play for Helldivers, and it seems that actually making it vocal and telling people about it may actually make the difference. Kind of hilarious that it's already there and people haven't noticed, but nonetheless, Baskonator responded to somebody who was asking when the PlayStation 5 Pro hardware issues were going to be rectified, and we were going to have that upgrade to the system schematics. And Baskonator states right here, we released a small upgrade for PlayStation 5 Pro users that changed the performance from 1080p to 1440, and the quality mode is now in a native 4K, which is absolutely mental, because realistically we've not seen any patch notes with regards to this. A lot of players were expecting like a PS5 Pro only update, but it didn't seem to happen through that. The Baskonator confirmed it by stating, we didn't do it separately, like there was no PlayStation 5 Pro only update. These changes were added in with one of our major updates. If you're having issues though, I suggest contacting support at Arrowhead Zendesk. So if you guys have not had that update, well, you need to get in contact with somebody, but it does seem very odd that they would actually put that out, although not make it really well known, because they actually stated right here it was fairly recent, we just didn't have any big fanfare about it. In my personal opinion, it's a little bit of a weird one, because it's not just that there was no fanfare about it, it was actually like not really even communicated at all. I am literally with my ear to the ground when it comes to this game, and I have seen nothing with regards to a PlayStation 5 Pro update whatsoever, especially with the regards of 4K native or even a resolution upgrade. So it's a bit of a strange one, but nonetheless, we are now in knowledge of it, so it's definitely there. As to what's going to be in the back-end files for this update, though, we'll have to wait and see, because the file seems way too big for me to be able to look at it on a basis of what we've actually received. But inside of the game, though, we have got some refreshing takes as they finally explained what Gambit was inside of the game via a strategic advisory, and this one received quite a lot of upvotes as it was posted up on Reddit to let everybody know what it was that was happening. Now, this actual advisory right here stated all Helldivers should factor the following advisory in their strategic decision making. Enemy forces stage their attacks on our planets from an originating planet. Liberating the originating planet ends the enemy attack immediately. In the current operational context, liberating Heath would end the current terminate attacks upon both Cirrus and Angel's venture. So they're now finally starting to utilize the Gambit narrative inside of the game, or at least in some sort of notice that they are able to put up via the dispatch notes. It's definitely nice to see, although there should be some sort of like category or some big like catalog thing that explains different areas of the game. We spoke about this one before, but I actually think that a catalog which gave you guys a breakdown of like Gambit, how supply lines worked, what the number mean on the screen, I think that would be quite a big change indeed, and something that would benefit a lot of players moving forward. So fingers crossed they take that one into consideration, as we know that Johan has currently made a comment on it in the past stating that it's probably a really good idea. Now, another thing that's a really good idea was something that we saw on the Reddit with 11,000 upvotes, and this one for me is probably on one of my top most wanted. This right here states, of all the war crimes we can commit, wear the cryo weapons at my dudes. I can kill everything in sight with a manner of status effects, fire, plasma, toxic, lightning, explosives, etc, etc. We've got to get some cryo weapons in the game so we can freeze and subsequently shatter our enemies with cryo eagles, cryo orbital strikes, cryo support weapons, and cryo grenades, plus more. Bonus points for being able to freeze the ground and slow enemy advancements on the battlefield. Who's down? Now, for me, this sounds like probably the greatest thing that we can receive. We've had this conversation on stream and in the comment section quite a lot. Cryo is well up there with one of my most wanted, or even like a liquid nitrogen weapon, which literally outright sprays liquid nitrogen, would work so damn well in my personal opinion. I don't know why. I'm just like on the edge fencing on the basis of cryo being so aesthetically pleasing. It could be a little bit damaging on the basis of actually not causing as much damage as maybe firewood or plasma, toxic, lightning, or explosive, but it would be really, really good for a support mechanic, and that's just my personal opinion. Let me know your ideas for cryo weapons down in the comment section below. It could be one of the biggest changes that we see this year if they do go ahead with it. Now, taking a look at your top comments though, because you guys have been on smoke just recently, so thank you so much for all your support on the videos. We have been over in Romania and being able to upload over there still, and you guys still giving the channel so much love and attention has actually been so freaking humbling. It's been so heartwarming. So a massive shout out to all of you guys, old and new, that have joined the channel, because it really, really means the absolute world to me. So like I stated earlier, we do go live here on the channel and they're going to be kickstarting again as of today, so make sure you jump on into the chat. I absolutely love communicating with all of you. Nonetheless, let's see what it is that you've got to say via the comment section, because you had got to say it as per usual. If they add motorcycles and you're able to use the spear while driving, I'm forming a Death Rider regiment with my buddies. I am so obsessed with the idea of motorcycles coming into this game. We know full well that we have one in the original Helldivers 1 platform, and having one in Helldivers 2 would just be absolutely amazing. I love the idea of going off-road and just taking those terrains on a motorcycle. I'm a bit of a motorhead when it comes to motorbikes, and it's something that I really want to see. Let me know if you agree in the comment section anyway. This next one right here states, fun fact, all the factions we Helldivers currently fight suffer from a thermite deficiency. I absolutely love that, and that received 200 likes, which is absolutely hilarious. So the fact that we could be coming in with some crazy, crazy stuff from thermite without giving you guys too many spoilers is actually a really, really good insight. And finally, this one right here states, ammunition-wise, I'd like to see rounds type selection for the grenade launcher. Let us toggle from HE, incendiary, and gas. That would be really cool, actually, having some iterations for the grenade launcher to be able to fire out different styles of grenade, like an impact incendiary would be absolutely mental with that grenade launcher. I actually think it would be a lot of fun to really use. And then when I take a look into the gas aspect of it, it could all work very, very well. I think the gas grenade launcher could be something that a lot of people would end up using. Let me know in the comments any more ideas that you guys have got, and you may well feature in the next video if people definitely agree with you. Nonetheless, that's unfortunately we got time for today. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Stay tuned to the channel over the next few hours. We are going to be live for your faces. So thanks again for watching. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.